Have you ever been surrounded by people? Friends, family, messages, noise everywhere. But somehow, you still feel empty inside? Like no one truly understands you. You laugh with people. You reply to texts. You show up every day. But deep down, something feels missing. And the worst part is, you can't even explain it. Because from the outside, your life looks normal, but inside your mind, it feels quiet, heavy, disconnected. If you've been feeling this lately, this video is for you. Because sometimes, the loneliest feeling in the world is not being alone. It's feeling alone around everyone. And there are psychological reasons why this happens. So in this video, we'll talk about the hidden reasons you feel empty, even around people, and what your mind may actually be trying to tell you. 1. You feel emotionally unseen. One of the biggest reasons people feel empty around others is because they don't feel emotionally understood. You may talk to people every day, but most conversations stay on the surface. How are you? I'm fine. And that's it. Nobody sees the real version of you. The exhausted version. The anxious version. The overthinking version. So even while being around people, you still feel emotionally alone. Because human connection is not about being physically close. It's about feeling understood. And when you constantly hide your emotions, your mind starts feeling isolated. Even in crowded rooms. 2. You've been pretending to be okay for too long. Sometimes the emptiness comes from emotional exhaustion. You've spent so much time acting okay that you forgot how you actually feel. You smile when you're tired. You say I'm good when you're struggling. You make jokes to hide stress. And slowly, you disconnect from yourself. Because when emotions stay suppressed for too long, they don't disappear. They turn into numbness. And numbness often feels like emptiness. You stop feeling excited. You stop feeling connected. Even happy moments feel distant, not because you don't care, but because your mind is emotionally drained. 3. You're around people, but not real connection. There's a difference between social interaction and emotional connection. You can spend hours with people and still feel lonely afterward. Because real connection needs honesty. But many people today only show their filtered version. Everyone is distracted, everyone is scrolling, everyone is physically present, but mentally somewhere else. And after a while, you begin craving something deeper, not more people, just one real connection, one person who listens without judging, one conversation that feels genuine. Because sometimes, a single, meaningful connection heals more than 100 shallow ones. 4. You've lost connection with yourself. Sometimes the emptiness has nothing to do with other people. It comes from losing yourself. You become so focused on surviving, working, pleasing people, meeting expectations, that you stop asking yourself, what do I actually feel? What do I want? What makes me happy? And when you ignore yourself for too long, life starts feeling emotionally empty. Because your mind needs purpose. Your emotions need attention. Your soul needs rest. Without that, even good moments feel meaningless. 5. You're carrying unhealed emotional pain. A lot of people feel empty because they carry emotional wounds they never healed from. Past rejection, childhood neglect, toxic relationships, betrayal, loneliness. Sometimes your body moves on, but your mind stays stuck in survival mode. So even when people genuinely care about you, you struggle to feel safe emotionally. You struggle to trust connection. And deep inside, there's still a part of you waiting to feel chosen, loved, important. Unhealed pain often creates emotional distance, not because you want it, but because your mind is trying to protect you. 6. Social media is making the feeling worse. This is something many people don't realize. The more time you spend watching other people's lives online, the emptier your own life can start to feel. You see everyone smiling, traveling, dating, winning, and your brain slowly starts comparing. Even if you don't notice it consciously, you begin feeling behind, disconnected. Not enough, but social media mostly shows highlights, not reality. People post happiness, not loneliness. And sometimes, the people who look happiest online feel the emptiest in real life. 7. You're mentally burned out. Sometimes emptiness is actually emotional burnout. Your brain has been overloaded for too long. Too much stress, too much pressure, too many thoughts, too little rest, and eventually, your emotions shut down to survive. You stop feeling motivated. You stop feeling excited. Even things you once loved feel exhausting. This isn't laziness, it's mental exhaustion. Your mind is basically saying, I can't carry this much anymore. And honestly, a lot of people are silently going through this right now. 8. You fear being truly vulnerable. Sometimes people feel disconnected, not because they're alone, but because they never let anyone truly see them. You avoid opening up. You hide your struggles. You act strong even when you're falling apart inside, because vulnerability feels dangerous. Maybe in the past, you trusted someone and got hurt. You shared your feelings and got ignored. You expressed your emotions and got judged for it. So over time, your mind learned that hiding emotions feels safer than expressing them. And without realizing it, you started building emotional walls. You smile, you talk, you spend time with people, but you never fully say what's really going on inside your heart. Because a part of you fears that if people see the real you, they might leave. So instead, you protect yourself emotionally. But the problem is, protection also creates distance, and eventually, you become surrounded by people who know your habits, your jokes, your personality, but not your pain, not your fears, not the real version of you. And that creates a very deep kind of loneliness. Because sometimes the hardest feeling is realizing people are connected to your presence, but not connected to your heart. 9. You're searching for meaning. Sometimes emptiness is deeper than loneliness. It's the feeling that life has become repetitive. Wake up, work, scroll, sleep, repeat. And after a while, your mind starts craving meaning, not entertainment, not distractions. Meaning, purpose, growth, peace, something real. Because humans aren't designed to only survive. We also need emotional fulfillment. And without it, life can start feeling emotionally hollow. 10. You need rest, not more distractions. A lot of people try to escape emptiness with distractions. More scrolling, more music, more videos, more conversations, more noise. But distractions only delay emotions. They don't heal them. Sometimes what you truly need is silence, time alone, real rest, honest self-reflection. Because healing often begins the moment you stop running from your feelings and finally listen to them. So if you've been feeling empty lately, please understand this. Your feelings are not random. Your mind is trying to tell you something. Maybe you're emotionally exhausted. Maybe you feel unseen. Maybe you've been carrying pain silently for years. But emptiness doesn't mean your life is meaningless. Sometimes, it's simply a sign that your heart needs something deeper, real connection, real peace, real healing, and slowly, you can find that again. Not by pretending to be okay, but by finally paying attention to yourself. Because the truth is, being surrounded by people doesn't cure loneliness. Feeling understood does. If this video connected with you, like this video, subscribe for more psychology and emotional healing content. And comment below, what do you think causes emotional emptiness the most? And remember, sometimes the strongest people are the ones silently fighting battles nobody sees.